So now, tool time. Tool time with Zach.
Tool time with Dan the tool. You're now Dan the Tool Man Wheeler. Tool time with Dan the Tool Man Wheeler.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
We're talking about trailers. Speaking of wheels and wheelers, let's talk about
Go.
trailers.
That's good.
So we have a Iron Bull is one of the ones we've used for a long time as equipment trailer.
Yep.
It's like they're pretty beast. Their ramps are actually subpar. Just gonna throw that out there. So we've had to custom fabricate ramps a couple of different times because just running T740 skid steer up the track machine up that thing, they will bow after day 2. Basically,
they just look like bananas.
So they work, but you know it kind of looks janky and
there's a
seems unsafe. So we will custom build. We actually recently, Kenny is an estimator, but also kind of acts as our unofficial equipment manager. He proposed that we build some in the shop, and we found a company locally that could build them for what I consider to be less than we could build them in the shop. So to build us some bigger ones. What about you, man? What kind of trailers are y'all pulling?
Actually, I just picked up one from getting some new lights on it and some electrical work. We just use 14K deck overs.
Cool.
20 footers, something like that. Beaver tails. That's we have the old school ones, a lot beefier than the new school ones. So, but yeah, that's all we run. We have a couple smaller ones too. My dad drives a 1/2-ton truck. He refuses to use a 1-ton. So we have a couple small ones for him too. But yeah, they're pretty basic, simple, but deck overs are the way to go. And that's all we run.
I have a deck over. And so I bought it. We had always used the equipment trailers, the like traditional kind of low boy equipment trailers that the machine sits down in between the fenders. And I got a deck over, and I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it. It's way easier if you've got to load long stuff on it from the side because you don't have the fenders to fight with and all that. But for hauling equipment and loading your machine on it and putting attachments and all, I kind of prefer the like low boy trailer over the deck over for equipment. But then the flip side of it is when you're loading pallets, specifically pallets, like fenders are a pain in the butt. Yeah. And then any kind of long stuff or whatever, like having the fenders out of the way definitely is a big plus there.
Right. So in our list here, we got this 40-foot gooseneck, the Gatormaid.
Yeah. So Gatormaid makes the best gooseneck trailer that I've ever seen. They're pretty freaking phenomenal. They're built really well.
And then we also, for the deck overs, we have a couple of just like solid steel ones that we made here. I don't even know how long ago. I mean,
100 years ago or something.
Super old.
Yeah.
And so I guess really like it's depending on the use. If you're hauling material, if you're hauling a machine, or if you're hauling a machine and material, it's kind of our trucks are set up with pretty long beds, and then we have racks on the top so they can pretty much get all the material on the truck, save for like a pallet of Sackcrete can go on the low boy, and then the skid steer behind that. It's kind of how we set that up.
Yep. I think there's there may be a video out there of one of our trucks so you can kind of like see the racks overhead. I know we have a video recorded of the Iron Bull trailer we talked about a minute ago. And I don't think we've got any of the homemade trailers or Gatormaid, but I think the one with the big blue truck with the gooseneck behind it, I think we talked about the racks that go on top of the trailer so you can put gates up above the machine and all that stuff too. So
have you done any equipment videos of you guys stuff?
No, not. I used to story like every day, 10 times a day, and all our stuff was on that on Instagram, but I got away from that a lot just because we're so busy. But
for sure.
I haven't tapped into the video world. Again, I'm just so busy. I'd love to, but that's just until I have someone follow me around with a camera, it's probably just not going to realistically get done.
Man, I feel that. I ran a small business, and even just like trying to maintain a social media presence as an owner operator is fucking ridiculous, you know? So I get it, dude.
It's a lot. So anyways, so be on the lookout for some videos that we've made of our trucks and trailers and things like that. And it's a lot better to see it than it is for us to try to sit here and talk about it. But I think Dan Wheeler kind of called us out a little bit about talking about brands, and also the reason for Tool Time is just for you, sir.
Well, thank you. I seen the video of you with the trailer, the truck and trailer, the big blue one.
Yeah.
I seen that. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I like it.
I just kind of like randomly went outside one day and had a camera, and I was like, all right, we're about to record some. And so
that's how things get done though, man. Like, done is better than perfect sometimes.
That's right.